This telecast is copyrighted by Hometown 24 for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or retransmission of this game without the express written consent of Hometown 24 is prohibited.
Welcome into Full Court Press. I'm your host, Harold Brashear, coming to you on Hometown 24. And we're going to get you caught up on all the basketball action that took place this past week. And we're leading you into that Heinemann Bank game of the week between the Perry County Central Commodores and the Hazard Bulldogs. Right now, let's start out and let's jump right into our girls' scoreboard. Way back on December the 9th, it was the Letcher County Central Lady Cougars defeating Cordia by a score of 85-30. Heidi Bentley led the way for Letcher in that game with 15 points, 3 of 6 from the three-point line. Krista Lewis for Cordia puts up 11 points, 8 rebounds in that ball game. June Buchanan got a huge victory over the Owsley County Lady Owls. In overtime, Morgan Johnson led the way for the Lady Crusaders with 17 points. Anna Potter, 4 points, but 13 big rebounds. Shelby Murray, 23 points and 20 rebounds for Owsley County. Carissa Schaus chipped in with 16 points, 9 rebounds. In the YMT consolation round, Leslie County fell to Belfry 48-43. Cushy Fletcher led Belfry with 17 points, 7 of 8 from the field, very efficient game. Jenna Sparks had 8 points, but man, what a game she had on the boards, 20 rebounds. Courtney Hoskins with another double-double for Leslie County, 21 points, 14 rebounds. In semifinal action, it was the Knott County Central Lady Patriots with a huge win over North Laurel in overtime, a game they trailed by 13. They came back to win that. And Presley Fletcher led the way, 24 points. Very efficient night, 9 of 12 from the field, 3 of 3 from the three-point line. Abby Maggard chipped in with 21 points, 6 rebounds. Knott Central as a team, 11 of 23 from the three-point line. Haley Valentine led North Laurel with 25 points. She was 4 of 9 for the three-point line. North Laurel, 11 of 24 from the three-point line, both teams lighting it up from long distance. Buckhorn defeated Lee County 57-37. Sheridan Combs led the way with 17 points for Buckhorn. Presley Cundiff, 12 points, 13 rebounds for Lee County. Perry County Central took a lump at Pikeville 67-37. Christian Whitted led Pikeville with 17 points. Trinity Rowe had 14. Emily Neese led the way for Perry County Central, 15 points, 5 rebounds. Letcher Central hosted Pike County Central. They defeated them 72-41. Kaylee Banks with 19 points, 7 rebounds. Emily Tackett, a big game for Pike Central, 15 points, 13 boards. Perry Central bounced back with a win against Estill County 75-64. They played at Breathitt County. Emily Neese, 26 points, 7 rebounds. Lexi Mullins, 20 points, hit 4 threes. J.C. Long led the Lady Engineers with 22 points, 9 of 9 from the free throw line. Haley Angel with a double-double, 17 points, 13 rebounds. Letcher Central lost to Corbin 66-47 over at South Laurel. Kaylee Banks with 16.6 boards. Callie Housley led Corbin with 18 points. Shelby Stewart chipped in with 15. In the WYMT Mountain Classic Championship on the girls' side, Knott Central fell in a close one, 57-53 to Shelby Valley. Cassidy Rowe led the champions with 20 points. Alyssa Ellswick had 17. Kylie Gayhart led the way for the Patriots, 19 points, 9 rebounds. Perry Central and Knott Central took the court on Monday night. Knott Central came away with a 66-49 victory. Presley Fletcher, 14 points, 6 rebounds. Abby Maggard, 14 points. Emily Neese led the way for Perry Central, 18 points, 7 rebounds. Leslie County traveled across the mountain to take on Harlan County. They won that game 50-40. It was Courtney Hoskins with another double-double. What a week she had. 21 points, 11 rebounds. Emma Napier, 10 points, 13 rebounds. Leslie County won the battle of the boards 51-24. Ella Karsh led Harlan County with 13 points. Owsley County traveled to Lee County. They came away with a district win, 59-26. Lexi Lynch led the way with 21 points. Knott Central last night in a district matchup defeated Jim Buchanan 73-21. 10 points each for Kelsey Noble, Abby Maggard, Allie Hall, and those three girls combined to shoot 15 for 18 from the field. And tonight in girls action, Buckhorn travels to Leslie County. Knott County Central travels, or they play Cordia. That's at Knott County Central. Harlan plays Letcher County Central, and Powell County and Lee County match up. Right now, we're going to step away, take a quick break. We'll come back with our boys scoreboard on Hometown 24's Full Court Press, sponsored by MCHC.
When it comes to your family's health care, making the right connection is easy with just a call, click, or visit to one of Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation's clinics serving Eastern Kentucky and Southwest Virginia. Our providers cover the full spectrum of medicine for the whole family, as well as specialty and support services such as pulmonary, optometry, dentistry, and podiatry, plus on-site labs, x-rays, nutritionist, and more. Call today for an appointment or telehealth visit. Now accepting Virginia Medicaid. Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation.
Thacker Grigsby is constantly working to bring the latest technologies home. Home, where we live and work. A place we want to see grow and prosper. From Jackson to Heineman and everywhere in between. We're committed to serving you with the latest technology. Whether it's faster broadband, more video choices, or the latest voice services. Thacker Grigsby with our fiber network can provide the latest ways to stay connected, informed, and entertained.
At TVS Cable, we are committed to providing you with the best broadband available, whether that be through expansion of our fiber-to-the-home facilities, new builds into previously unserved areas, or by launching DOCSIS 3.1, the latest technology in cable broadband. TVS Cable has always changed with the demands of Eastern Kentucky, and we will continue to make investments in our area because we care about Eastern Kentucky. It's our home too.
When it comes to your family's health care, making the right connection is easy with just a call, click, or visit to one of Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation's clinics serving Eastern Kentucky and Southwest Virginia. Our providers cover the full spectrum of medicine for the whole family, as well as specialty and support services such as pulmonary, optometry, dentistry, and podiatry, plus on-site labs, x-rays, nutritionist, and more. Call today for an appointment or telehealth visit. Now accepting Virginia Medicaid. Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation. When it comes to your family's health care, making the right connection is easy with just a call, click, or visit to one of Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation's clinics serving Eastern Kentucky and Southwest Virginia. Our providers cover the full spectrum of medicine for the whole family, as well as specialty and support services such as pulmonary, optometry, dentistry, and podiatry, plus on-site labs, x-rays, nutritionist, and more. Call today for an appointment or telehealth visit. Now accepting Virginia Medicaid. Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation.
Thacker Grigsby is constantly working to bring the latest technologies home. Home, where we live and work. A place we want to see grow and prosper. From Jackson to Hindman and everywhere in between. We're committed to serving you with the latest technology. Whether it's faster broadband, more video choices, or the latest voice services. Thacker Grigsby with our fiber network can provide the latest ways to stay connected, informed, and entertained.
At TVS Cable, we are committed to providing you with the best broadband available, whether that be through expansion of our fiber to the home facilities, new builds into previously unserved areas, or by launching DOCSIS 3.1, the latest technology in cable broadband. TVS Cable has always changed with the demands of Eastern Kentucky, and we will continue to make investments in our area because we care about Eastern Kentucky. It's our home too.
Welcome back in to Full Court Press, sponsored by MCHC on Hometown 24. We're leading you up to our game of the week, sponsored by the Bank of Hindman, and that is the Hazard Bulldogs traveling to Perry County Central to take on the Commodores. Back to boys' scores in the WYMT semifinals. It was Perry County Central with a 55-54 victory over Harlan. Ridge Beverly led the way for the Commodores with 17 points on 7 of 11 shooting. Tyler Day had 15 points, 3 of 6 from the three-point line. Jordan A. Cal led Harlan with 24 points. Jaden Gist had 12 points, 10 rebounds. Harlan struggled from the perimeter, only 1 of 14 from the three-point line. In the other semifinal, it was Knox Central defeating Breathitt County in overtime, 65-57. Javante Turner led the defending champions with 27 points, 10 rebounds. Gavin Chadwell also had a double-double for Knox, 10 points, 10 rebounds. Austin Sperry led the way for Breathitt County with 22 points on 10 of 17 shooting. Luke Bellamy knocked down 5 three-pointers en route to 19 points. Breathitt County only 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Powell County traveled to Owsley County. They got a district win 57-40. Jack Rose led Powell with 16 points. He was 4 of 9 from the three-point line. Chandler Congleton, 12 points, 9 rebounds. Xander Terry led Owsley County with 19. Wolfe County got a win against Estill County. Skylar Ritchie with 18 points, 9 rebounds, 8 of 10 from the field. Elijah Tolson, 18 points on 5 of 9 three-point shooting. Wilgus Tolson chipped in with 15 points. Wolfe County, 62.5% from the field, 11 of 22, 50% from the three-point line. Bryce Willis led Estill County with 10 points. Buckhorn traveled to Jackson City. They got a 76-55 win. Isaiah Miller led Buckhorn with 16 points. Jacob McCoy also had 16. Cameron Cottle, 14 points, 13 rebounds. Buckhorn, 44 rebounds as a team. In the consolation game of the WYMT Mountain Classic, Harlan defeated Breathitt County. Jordan Acal with 35 points, 8 for 14 from the three-point line. Jaden Gist, 22 points, 8 boards, 9 of 14 from the field. Harlan struggled, 1 of 14 in the semifinals. In the consolation, 11 of 21 from the three-point line. Austin Sperry led Breathitt County with 20 points. Christian Collins, 10 points, 15 rebounds. Perry County Central brought home the Mountain Classic Championship with a 72-52 victory over Knox Central. Landon Napier, breakout performance for the Commodores. He had 26 points. Lance McKenzie, 14 points, 7 rebounds, 8 of 10 from the line. Perry Central, 27 of 37 from the free throw line. Javante Turner led Knox with 23.7 boards. Knox Central 0 for 13 from the three-point line. So Perry Central in those two games held their opponents to 1 of 27 from outside the arc. Tremendous defense by the Commodores. Moving on into earlier this week, it was Leslie County traveled to Buckhorn. Buckhorn with a big 86-76 win. Hayden Neese, 39 points for Buckhorn. Austin Riley, 17. Buckhorn, 9 for 14 from the three-point line. Lee County hosted Richmond Model. They got the win. Zach Watterson, 23 points. Jack Fox, 18 points, 11 rebounds. Thomas Luxon led Model with 17. Cordia, in a test game, traveled to Pikeville. They fell to the Panthers 81-65. Lathan Hall led Pikeville with 26 points, knocking down 8 of 12 from the three-point line. Nick Robinson had 18 for Pikeville. They were 12 of 25 from behind the arc. Greg Brooks led Cordia once again, 22 points, 9 of 15 from the field, 4 of 8 from the three-point line. Nas Welch, 17 points and 11 rebounds. Paintsville traveled to Wolfe County, and Wolfe County avenged an earlier season loss with a 65-63 win. Sawyer Thompson led the way with 26 points, 6 of 10 from the three-point line. Elijah Tolson was 16. Connor Fugit led Paintsville with 20. His brother Colby had 19. Buckhorn traveled to Memorial Gym to take on Hazard. Hazard 85-54 victors. Andrew Ford led the way with 26 points. Hayden Neese led Buckhorn with 17. Hazard 43-22 on the boards. They were 12 of 14 from the line. Breathitt County got a 13-point victory over Knott County Central, 56-43. Luke Bellamy led the Bobcats with 13. Christian Collins with a double-double, 12 points, 11 rebounds. Chuck Mullins led Knott County Central with 17 points. Knott Central, if they want to look for something they need to improve on, 5 of 16 from the free throw line. And they're not going to win a lot of big games with free throw shooting like that. Owsley County traveled to Lee County. Lee County with another district win. Zach Watterson led the way with 31 points. Bryce Angel, 7 for 14 from the three-point line, 21 points. Xander Terry, 32 points and 8 rebounds for Owsley County. But perimeter shooting overall, only 1 of 16 for Owsley County. Leslie County with a huge win over Floyd Central at home. Wyatt Hensley had 36 points, 5 of 7 from the three-point line. Cameron Bradford, 27 points, 10 rebounds. Leslie County, 10 of 19 from three-point range, 29 of 40 from the free throw line. Powell County fell to Montgomery County, 62-60. Former Estill County coach John Bentley is now at Montgomery County. Trey Carroll led Montgomery with 19 points. Alex Hatton, 8 points, 12 rebounds. For Powell County, it was Braden Brandenburg with 15. Chandler Congleton, 12 points, 14 rebounds. Powell County, 14 of 17 from the free throw line. Wolfe County got a win last night, a district win over Jackson City, 67-35. Tonight, of course, on Hometown 24, you'll see the Bank of Hyman game of the week. A little later on, Hazard taking on Perry County Central. On Channel 25, Cordia plays Knott County Central in other action. Letcher County Central takes on Magoffin County. Morgan County takes on Powell County. Jackson City takes on Owsley. So those are our scoreboards for the week, and that's going to lead us in to our full court performers of the week. And you can check our Twitter for these. It is Full Court on 24 on Twitter. You can shoot us an email if you got a question for us you want to hear answered on there. 24fullcourtpress@gmail.com. And we're also in the process of getting our Facebook page up. You can just do a search for Full Court Press, and that should come up as a TV show. But you can reach us on Twitter and Gmail right now. And these players will all be listed on our Twitter feed this week. But our top performers, Carly Smith of Owsley County versus West Carter, 27 points, 11 of 17 from the field, 5 of 8 from the three-point line. Shelby Murray, 23 points and 20 big rebounds against Jude Buchanan. Presley Fletcher against North Laurel had 24 points on 9 of 12 shooting. She was 3 of 3 from the three-point line. Emily Neese, Perry County Central versus Estill, had 26 points, 7 rebounds. Brianna Tincher from Breathitt County versus Berea had 25 points, 8 rebounds. Courtney Hoskins, 2 performances. She combined for 42 points and 25 rebounds against Belfry and Harlan County. Abby Maggart, 21 points, 6 boards against North Laurel. Lexi Lynch, 21 and 9 against Jackson County. Kylie Gayhart, 19 points, 9 rebounds against Shelby Valley. And we have several people on that honorable mention list. You can check Twitter to get all of those. Our top rebounders of the week, Shelby Murray of Owsley County versus June Buchanan. She pulled down 20 rebounds. Jasmine Banks for Wolfe County versus June Buchanan had 15 boards. Courtney Hoskins had 14. Haley Angel and Presley Cundiff, along with Anna Potter and Emma Napier, all had games of 13 rebounds this week. Our top snipers of the week on the girls' side, Carly Smith, 5 of 8 against West Carter. Presley Fletcher was 3 of 3 against North Laurel. Had a host of girls at 3 of 4, 3 of 5, but those 2 girls are top snipers of the week. On the boys' side, man, we had some big performances this week. Topping that list, Hayden East from Buckhorn versus Leslie County, 39 points, 12 of 23 from the field, 11 of 13 from the free throw line. Wyatt Hensley of Leslie County versus Floyd Central had 36 points, 5 of 7 from the three-point line. Xander Terry of Owsley County versus Lee, 32 points, 8 rebounds. In that same game on the other side, Zach Watterson from Lee County put up 31. Greg Brooks for Cordia versus Letcher Central had 28 points, 5 of 7 from the three-point line. Cameron Bradford for Leslie County, 27 points, 10 boards. Sawyer Thompson, 26 points versus Painesville. Landon Napier, 26 points in the YMT Finals versus Knox Central. Andrew Ford versus Whitley County and Buckhorn combined for 51 points in those 2 games, 23 of 35 from the field. Several other guys on our honorable mention list. You can check those out on Twitter and on Facebook this week. Our top rebounders, Christian Collins versus Harlan had 15 rebounds. Chandler Congleton of Powell County versus Montgomery County had 14. 13 each from Cameron Cottle of Buckhorn and Austin Riley of Buckhorn, both against Jackson City. 12 each, Scott Shepard of Knott Central versus Painesville. Gordon Malone of Cordia versus Letcher Central. Top snipers, Bryce Angel had that game against Owsley. He was 7 of 14. Greg Brooks and Wyatt Hensley both had games where they were 5 of 7. Sawyer Thompson, 6 of 10. Elijah Tolson of Wolfe County, 5 for 9. And Hayden East from Buckhorn was 5 of 10. And several other guys had some nice three-point shooting games. And that is going to lead us into what a lot of you guys wait on and you want to see every week, our girls' top 5. And not a lot of movement in the girls' top 5 this week. Knott Central stays at number 1. Letcher Central stays at number 2. Leslie stays at 3. Perry County Central moves from 5 to 4, and Breathitt drops from 4 to 5. Knott Central goes to the finals of the YMT. They had wins over North Laurel. Perry Central, a loss to Shelby Valley. Letcher Central had wins against Cordia and Pike County Central. Their only loss this week was against Corbin. Leslie County had a win against Harlan County, a loss against Belfry. Perry Central, a win against Estill, a loss against Pikeville and Knott Central. Breathitt County lost to Morgan County and Berea. So 5 solid teams there, and those teams are going to be battling it out all year. Now on the boys' side, and I don't think there's any surprise with their huge tournament run in the WYMT Mountain Classic, Perry Central moves up to number 1. They were number 2 last week. Breathitt drops from 1 to 2. Hazard's going to stay in there at 3. Cordia moves up a spot to number 4. And Wolfe County moves into the top 5. They had wins over Estill County and Paintsville this week. Cordia with a win against Letcher Central, a loss to Pikeville. Hazard with a win against Buckhorn, lost to Whitley County. Breathitt County with a win against Knott Central, losses to Knox Central and Harlan. And Perry Central, they defeated Harlan, Knox Central, and the Ligon-Cogo homeschool team. So Perry County Central, the new number 1 on the list, and they'll be taking part in that big game coming up tonight. Perry County Central hosting Hazard are number 1 and 3 teams. And just looking at some of the upcoming games, of course, you got those games we talked about coming up tonight. Estill County goes to Owsley County this week on the girls' side. Powell County goes to Perry Central. And then you get into some tournament play. Knott County Central's girls traveling to Madison Central to take part in a tournament. Owsley County scheduled to take on Hazard's girls. Breathitt County at Wolfe. On the boys' side, You've got Lee County going to Estill in a big 56 district matchup. And man, you talk about rivalries in the 55th as of late. Wolfe County travels to Breathitt County tomorrow night in what should be a dandy. A lot of action going on this weekend at Hazard in the DJ Begley Classic. Cordia will take on Middlesboro at Hazard. Perry County Central will take on Harlan. And Hazard will also play. Hazard will host Powell County. So a big weekend of basketball coming up. And right now we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to break things down for the Bank of Hindman Game of the Week between the Perry County Central Commodores and the Hazard Bulldogs. We'll be back on Hometown 24.
When it comes to your family's health care, making the right connection is easy with just a call, click, or visit to one of Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation's clinics serving Eastern Kentucky and Southwest Virginia. Our providers cover the full spectrum of medicine for the whole family, as well as specialty and support services such as pulmonary, optometry, dentistry, and podiatry, plus on-site labs, x-rays, nutritionist, and more. Call today for an appointment or telehealth visit. Now accepting Virginia Medicaid. Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation.
Thacker Grigsby is constantly working to bring the latest technologies home. Home, where we live and work. A place we want to see grow and prosper. From Jackson to Hindman and everywhere in between. We're committed to serving you with the latest technology. Whether it's faster broadband, more video choices, or the latest voice services. Thacker Grigsby with our fiber network can provide the latest ways to stay connected, informed, and entertained.
At TVS Cable, we are committed to providing you with the best broadband available. Whether that be through expansion of our fiber to the home facilities, new builds into previously unserved areas, or by launching DOCSIS 3.1, the latest technology in cable broadband. TVS Cable has always changed with the demands of Eastern Kentucky, and we will continue to make investments in our area because we care about Eastern Kentucky. It's our home too.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Welcome back to Full Court Press with Harold Brashear, sponsored by MCHC. Appreciate everybody tuning in to Hometown 24. And I tell you what, talk about two dandy basketball games coming up tonight over on Channel 25. It'll be Cordia taking on Knott County Central. Cordia trying to put a stranglehold on the top seed in the 53rd district. And man, if they could win that game, it will go a long way because they already have a win against Letcher Central. Letcher Central with a win against Knott County. So man, halfway at the halfway point, that would put Cordia in prime position to get that number one seed. But our Bank of Hindman Game of the Week, the Perry County Central Commodores, they will host the Hazard Bulldogs. And you look at the team comparisons. Perry County Central 5-1, Hazard at 4-1. Points per game, it is Perry County Central coming in at 71.5, and Hazard coming in at 76 a game. And I have sent the wrong numbers in, folks. I apologize. But just looking at that, numbers very similar. Points allowed, Perry Central at 55.3, Hazard 54. Very close on the numbers. Al Holland's teams are very efficient, but Perry County Central, man, what a defense they have this year, and they dominated through the WYMT Mountain Classic. And earlier this week, I got to sit down with both coaches, and first we'll hear from Coach Shannon Hoskins of the Perry County Central Commodores. Here with Coach Shannon Hoskins ahead of the big crosstown rivalry with Perry County Central and Hazard. And Coach, you guys coming off an impressive run in the YMT tournament.
We did. We had a good run. I think our run was stimulated by the defense, and that's what we're going to hang our hat on this year, and hopefully we can replicate that in the Hazard game as much as possible. But you're facing a team that knows us well and a Hall of Fame coach, so you never know what may happen.
You know, Coach, it seems like no matter who's got the 20-win team and who's got the 6-win team, or both of you 25 wins, it seems like you can always throw that out the books when Perry Central and Hazard face off.
Well, there's so many emotions inside the game, outside the game. I think the referees sometimes get involved to the motion of it, and you just never know. But it's going to be a good game every time we play.
And, you know, Coach, I was looking at you've had a lot of success. You've won a lot more than you've lost against Hazard. I think 17-7 is that record. You had a couple losses last year. And, you know, I don't think I'm speaking out of turn saying your guys' win-loss wasn't where you'd like it to be last year. Hazard had over 20 wins. Still, district tournament championship, 1-point game. You guys have the ball with a chance to win that thing.
Yeah, like I said, every single game we play, no matter what year it is, it's been a good game. The year before, we beat them on a buzzer beater, and they beat us the other 2 times by 1 or 2 points. And they go to the state tournament that year. We're done the first round. It's just one of those games, those crosstown rivalry games, that's always going to be good no matter what.
You know, you played for MC Napier to start your high school career. You were involved in the MC Napier Hazard rivalry. How's it different and or the same as it was back then?
I just think social media makes it different now. A lot of these kids are able to communicate with one another and stay in touch with one another. It makes them more friendly. It wasn't so friendly back when we were doing it, because you never spoke to those guys and never hung out with those guys. It was just you against them.
And, you know, Coach, you and I have talked about it several times. You know, I was so impressed with not only your defense but your physicality in the YMT tournament. And, you know, we spoke. You know, you're 1 quarter away from being undefeated right now. How's that physicality? How's that going to? How are you going to use that to your advantage tomorrow night? Hazard, maybe not as big as they've been in the past. They've got 1 post player, Ford. But you guys are pretty big and physical. How's that going to play into your advantage tomorrow?
Well, if we use it the right way, it will definitely play in our advantage. You know, sometimes you're dealing with 16, 17-year-old kids. You don't always get that great physical effort. Sometimes they like to put it on cruise. But we like to push them, and we like to talk about that physicality and that aggressiveness and that intensity on the defensive end of the floor as well as the offensive end of the floor. So hopefully that pans out tomorrow.
And I tell you, just looking at your guys' early season schedule, I don't know who put that together for you, but you open up with a tough Harlan County team. You jump into the YMT tournament, Cordia on the road. Then you got your crosstown rivalry game, and you've not even gotten to Christmas yet. How's that type of schedule going to pay off for you in the long run?
Well, this dumb coach right here is the one who put it together, and you hope that by playing those teams that push you every night, that you just got to fight and scratch and find ways to win a game. Which in the tournament time, at least 1 game, you're going to have to find that within you, because you're going to have an off night. Something's going to happen, and when you've been tested, I think it helps you.
And I tell you what, you guys have faced the challenge. I thought you did just a tremendous job, like I said, defensively in the YMT, and we wish you nothing but the best going on. You're our hometown 24 game of the week. You guys against Perry Central, we wish you the best of luck.
It'll be a great one. Thanks, Harold.
Thank you. Coach Shannon Hoskins, Perry County Central Commodores. And that was our good friend Shannon Hoskins, coach of the Perry County Central Commodores. And I tell you what, they will do battle. And he has had some success, 17-7 in his career as Perry County Central's coach against the Hazard Bulldogs. And we're going to talk to another guy who has been involved in every game between Perry County Central and Hazard. And now we're going to hear from Coach Al Holland of the Hazard Bulldogs. We're here with Coach Al Holland from the Hazard Bulldogs. Coach, big game on the agenda for you guys this week as you travel down to Perry Central, big crosstown rivalry game. and it seems like no matter who has what the records are, you can throw that all out the window.
What's a big game? They're playing really good basketball right now, coming off this YMT championship, and they had a tough road to get there. And you give credit where credit's due. They're playing the best basketball right now, team-wise, here in the mountains as anybody is in our region. And good win for them. They had 3 tough games, and we've got to play really well come Thursday night.
And Coach, you've been around since the beginning of the Perry Central Hazard rivalry on one bench or the other. What does this rivalry mean to the coaches, the players, and basically the community?
Well, I think it's important for both communities, both coaches, both teams. You have a lot of pride in your program, and that's a game you want to win. They're very well coached. Shannon does a great job with them, and one of my former players, Daniel Combs, who's an outstanding player. He's on coaching staff with them, and got a lot of respect for him. And they've done a good job with their basketball team, and we have to play well to play with them come Thursday.
As an outsider looking in, I saw them play Harlan County first game of the year. They struggled a little bit, but it seemed like when they played in the YMT, their defense was much better, and they played a more physical brand of defense. What problems could that cause you guys?
Well, the physical play could pose a lot of problems for us. They're big, strong, and they have depth. Corey Hoskins, the stepson, transferred in. The night kid who's about 6'5", 6'6", in that post. He comes in off the bench. Really nice player. You got a chance in there, big strong boy, 6'4", 6'5", probably go 220, somewhere in that range. But their inside play on the back is a big concern. They're very physical. Napier kid who came in from Estill County is one of the best shooters in the region. He's added a lot to them on the perimeter game, stretching the floor of the defense. And when you get them spread out, you got to guard those shooters. The Fannin kid shoots it really well. Ridge is an outstanding player, makes people around him better. Poses a lot of problems for your team.
Coach, I know that's a huge game for you guys. You guys have already played Buckhorn and Leslie County this year, 2 district wins. What would it mean to go and get a 3rd district win this early in the season?
Well, I think it'd really be important for us to gain some confidence. And we've got new kids on the floor this year. Lost 3 starters off last year's team, and trying to find themselves right now. Kids trying to find their roles and rotation on their substitutes. But other kids are giving good effort, and I'm happy with them, tickled with them, and we just got to get a little more consistent with their play. I think that's very important. Got to finish around the rim a little bit, but big game. We've got to come in and play well to play with them.
Well, Coach Allen, this will be our hometown 24 game of the week, Hazard and Perry Central, and we want to wish you the best of luck, and thanks for sitting down with us.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Coach Al Holland from the Hazard Bulldogs. Big thank you to both Coach Shannon Hoskins and Coach Al Holland for sitting down with us leading up to the big matchup between Hazard and Perry Central. And, of course, on Channel 24, Cordia taking on Letcher Central. And we talked about that game a little bit, man. Cordia taking on not Central. Last week, our game of the week was Cordia and Letcher Central, but Cordia, man, they are a talented team, and with Greg Brooks leading the way for them, Nas Welch, and a host of newcomers, Gordon Malone, a tough player, Jago Robinson, he's back for his sophomore year, and I think he's got as much upside as anyone in the region. Knott County Central, they're always tough to beat at the complex, and tonight will be no different. They've been kind of snake-bitten early in the year. Point guard Drake Sloan out with a hand injury, and Knott County Central, as young of a team as there is in this region, but Coach B.B. King, I think he'll have them ready to do battle in this important game, and you can catch that one over on Channel 25. Right now, we're going to step away. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap things up on Full Court Press.
When it comes to your family's health care, making the right connection is easy. With just a call, click, or visit to one of Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation's clinics serving Eastern Kentucky and Southwest Virginia. Our providers cover the full spectrum of medicine for the whole family, as well as specialty and support services such as pulmonary, optometry, dentistry, and podiatry, plus on-site labs, x-rays, nutritionist, and more. Call today for an appointment or telehealth visit. Now accepting Virginia Medicaid. Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation.
Thacker Grigsby is constantly working to bring the latest technologies home. Home, where we live and work. A place we want to see grow and prosper. From Jackson to Hindman and everywhere in between. We're committed to serving you with the latest technology. Whether it's faster broadband, more video choices, or the latest voice services. Thacker Grigsby with our fiber network can provide the latest ways to stay connected, informed, and entertained.
At TVS Cable, we are committed to providing you with the best broadband available, whether that be through expansion of our fiber to the home facilities, new builds into previously unserved areas, or by launching DOCSIS 3.1, the latest technology in cable broadband. TVS Cable has always changed with the demands of Eastern Kentucky, and we will continue to make investments in our area because we care about Eastern Kentucky. It's our home too.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Welcome back in, folks. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in this week. I want to thank our sponsor, MCHC. I want to thank the Bank of Hindman sponsoring the game of the week this week between Perry County Central and Hazard. And looking at the probable starters for Perry County Central, it looks like it'll be freshman Rich Beverly at guard at 13.8 points a game. Tyler Day, a junior, averaging 10.8 points a game. Landon Napier, a senior, up to 13.3 points a game. Dylan Brock, a senior, at 5.2 points a game. And Lance McKenzie at center, he's averaging 7.8 points, leads the Commodores at 6.2 rebounds a game. They'll come off the bench with Dylan Knight and Tyler Fannin. And Dylan Knight, one of the big heroes in the YMT tournament, and just giving them a huge lift. For the Hazard Bulldogs, it'll be at guard senior Tyson Turner. He's averaging 6.5 points a game. Dawson Duff, senior, at 13 points a game. Jamal Hazel, a junior, at 8.5 points a game. Andrew Ford, he's a senior, man. He's having a huge year, 21.5 points a game, shooting 66% from the field. And in the middle, Chris Jones, 6.2 points a game, 7.8 rebounds. The Bulldogs will go about 10 deep. They'll play Seth Cottle, an 8th grader, off the bench. He's averaging 6 points a game. Sawyer Patrick, a junior. Cameron Cottle, a senior. Caleb Morris, a junior. John Olinger, a senior. And all those guys have played in every single game for Hazard this year. Once we saw the graphic a few minutes ago, Perry Central leads the all-time series 47-27. Shannon Hoskins 17-7. Perry Central versus Hazard. Al Highland, since he's been at Hazard, 14-22 against Perry Central. He was 25-13 at Perry Central. His overall record in the series, 39-35. But folks, this is going to be a dandy. This is one of those mountain rivalries that everybody looks for every year. Expect a rocking house at John C. Combs Arena. Thanks for tuning in to Full Court Press. We'll see you again. And thanks to MCHC, our sponsor. Till we meet again on Hometown 24. Buddy, let's make a mad day.
Grigsby is constantly working